Tinsel. Everywhere we look at the minute, there's tinsel around the house. Hayley's been using this. She's been taking it and wrapping it around all her tampons. She's getting ready for the... Can't say it. She's been getting ready for the... I still can't say it. She's been getting ready for the Christmas period. How are we doing, everybody? Welcome back to the Health Buddy YouTube channel. I need to apologise because the one thing you need to know about me is that when I'm nervous, I make jokes. And today I'm nervous because today we've got a subject that is really difficult to talk about. It's something that we need to talk about, but it's really hard to bring up. It's not something that guys tend to talk about a lot. Certainly not something you talk to your partner about. And we just tend to bury our heads in the sand a little bit too much with this subject. But it's something as men, we're all gonna have to go through, whether we like it or not. At one point in our life, we will have to do this. And that is, we're all gonna have to have a prostate exam at some point. So straight away, you're gonna think that this video is targeted purely at men. But in many ways, this is more for the women, because as men, we're chickens, okay? We don't want to go and have a prostate exam. We don't want to go and have a finger stuck up our bum. We get very nervous about it and we just bury our heads in the sand and hope that if we've got a problem, it will just go away and we won't have to go to the GP. We won't have to explain our problems. It's embarrassing explaining our problems and we won't then have to have that aforementioned finger pushed up our bottom. But we need our wives, our girlfriends, our partners, fiancés to badger us. You know, they're the ones that need to know what are the symptoms, why do we maybe need to go and have our prostate exam in the first place. And it's you ladies, it's you that have to force us to go, because as guys, we will put it off and put it off and put it off. And we all know nowadays that the quicker we get these things done, the better it is for us. If there's a problem, the quicker they can fix the problem. But what we do as guys, we put it off and off and off until we can't put it off any longer. And most of the time then, if there's a problem, it's too late to do anything about it. So ladies, if you're watching this, please, please, please nag us, badger us. It's the only time we'll allow you to nag us, but please nag us, get our asses down to the doctors. A couple of years ago, I went through my own prostate exam. I always had it in my head that I would get till I was about 50 years old before I had it. I don't know why, it's just something someone had said once. Oh, you'll be 50 when you have your first prostate exam. I was 39 when I had mine. I didn't even make it to 40. I mean, come on, what's going on there? Like for me, that was a really sad day to know that I've not even made it to 40 years old and I'm going to go and have a prostate exam. And I knew what was coming. I knew the problems, I knew the symptoms, and I knew that when I went to my GP and I explained these symptoms, I knew what was coming. I went prepared. I made sure my bum was spotlessly clean that day when I went to the GP. I had clean underwear on, I had no holes in my underwear, everything was good down below. I was ready for it. I knew it was coming. And from my own experience of having a prostate exam, touch wood, so far it's still the only one I've had, but I did learn quite a few things from going through that experience. The first thing I learned was that it's the most scariest thing that a guy is going to go through in his life. Well, maybe not the scariest thing we're ever going to do as a guy, but it's pretty close, you know, it's right up there. Before you go for your prostate exam, like I said, when I went, I knew what was coming, I knew the symptoms, I knew the issues I had, and I knew what was going to happen. There's a few things you've got to bear in mind before you go. For me, like I said, the first thing was I knew that a doctor was going to get a really, really close-up look at my butt, and I knew that that had to be spotless. I toyed with going, oh God, this is embarrassing now. I toyed with going to get a wax. I thought, should I be hairy down there? Shouldn't I be? It's something I've never really thought of before, but I thought, you know, a doctor is going to have their finger close to my bum and their eyes and you know, the nose is going to be super close. I want to look good, you know, it's just not really a place to have a good side, but I want to look good down below. So I made sure I was clean. And then this other thought came into my mind. And the thought was that I'd booked my appointment and I knew I had a male doctor. And then this little thing started to play a part, this finger. And I thought, that's a guy. He's going to have quite a chunky finger. Not sure I want a chunky finger going up my bum. So I kid you not, I rung the doctor, I cancelled my appointment, and I rung back again the following day. I made a second appointment and I made sure that I got a female doctor because less chunky fingers. Then I came away thinking, well, female doctors quite likely to have like long nails I thought way too much about it, right? Way too much. But that was the thought process that I went through before I went to the doctors to get my prostate exam. So that's before I went. Then I had in my head how the procedure would go. In my mind, I was going to be bent over a table, trousers down by my ankles, and I was just going to be clinging on for dear life to the table, you know, to the cloth, be pouring at the cloth, like, you know, as they're getting closer. I'm not going to like it. I'm going to hear the snap of the rubber glove, and oh my God, the things that went through my head, I can't even describe. But it's actually nothing like you imagine. To give you an insight into what it was like. You go through the consultation with the doctor and it's fine, the conversation's not bad. I was a little bit more embarrassed about that than what was due to come, having to tell a female all the little problems I was having. For me, that was probably the toughest bit. Then she says, right, we're gonna jump up on the couch, and she's really happy about it. And I'm telling you now, there's two things you need to make sure of with your doctor when you get your prostate exam. One is that they're not super happy to be doing it. And the second thing is, if you are brave and you have opted for a man, make sure that when he's checking your prostate, he hasn't got one hand on each shoulder as he's doing it. Okay, think about that just for a second, think about it, we're done. So my experience when the doctor gets up, jumps up, says, right, we're going to test your prostate now. If you'd like to take your trousers off, jump up on the couch and get ready. That was all the instruction I had, was just jump up on the couch, get ready. I didn't know how to lie on the couch. I laid down, well, before I even get to that, my advice to you now is to get on the couch, then take your trousers off, or then slide your trousers down, because I went the other way round and I dropped my trousers down by my ankles. And then I've tried to get up on the couch, and I'm not kidding you. It's like you try and get up on the couch, you're like you're trying to like hop up, like with these ankles tied together with your trousers, and it's, oh my God, it's not a good look. So happy the doctor was in the corner cleaning her hands, because I couldn't bear that. That was awful, and that was a terrible experience, and one of the moments in life where you really wish you could go back and redo it again without being so stupid. Then the next silly thing I did was I jumped onto the couch and I just laid flat, head down, body flat, bum up in the air. And the doctor came over and said, why are you laying down like that? Turn on your side, bring your knees up to your chest and just relax. That is one moment in your life that you cannot relax for. Well, two reasons why you can't relax in your life. So after the doctor's told you to relax, which is easier said than done, but in hindsight, if you relax, the procedure's so simple. It's over in seconds, and it's not a problem. It doesn't hurt at all if you just relax, but it's hard to relax when you know what's about to come. And she says, relax, I'm just gonna put my finger inside your bum, or she might have said gonna introduce her finger to my bum. Hello, how are you? And then she says, I'm just gonna gently massage your prostate, and I'm just gonna feel your prostate for any abnormalities. And it is a very gentle massage. You don't really feel anything, the tiniest little bit of discomfort. And now my only advice is just relax, and it is over in seconds, guys. It really is. I know I'm taking the piss and I'm laughing about it because that's what I do. I laugh about funny things in my life, but it's really not bad. I was in and out the doctors within a couple of minutes in total. Probably the hardest part of it was discussing my problems with the doctor. The prostate exam itself over in just seconds and it's done. Whilst you're having your prostate exam, just take your mind away, just forget it, just relax. Think of a happy place, maybe reflect a little bit on a few things, you know, just take that mind away somewhere, you know, take it away. Like I say, it's then over in seconds. The moment you start to get just that tiniest little bit uncomfortable, it stops and it's over and it's done. And that's it. The results generally, I believe, are given there and then. Mine was perfectly okay. I was told they're looking for a prostate. It looks a little bit like a peach. It's got like this smooth like indentation around the middle of it. And mine was there. It was all perfectly smooth. It was fine. It felt like it should feel, and all was good. And I was told there and then, there's no issue, there's no problem. Thank God for that, right? I'm assuming that if there is an issue, they will also tell you there and then that there's a bit of an issue and maybe you need to rebook or you need to go here or do this, and they'll tell you there and then. So there's no waiting for test results. There's no waiting for letters to come in the post or emails or doctors to ring you. They'll give you some indication there and then, I believe. So going all the way back to the start, guys, it's really, really important that we don't bury our head in the sand. We need to get this done. We absolutely must get this done. You know, be mindful of any problems. You know, are you struggling in the bedroom? Are you struggling to get an erection? Are you struggling to maintain an erection? Are you ejaculating too soon? Are you getting up and peeing during the night 2 or 3 times? Are you struggling to empty your bladder completely every time you go to the toilet? All these little things are signals. They're little signs that there could be something wrong with your prostate. So go and get it checked, or at least go and talk to your GP to see if you need to get it checked. Don't leave it too long. The longer you leave it, the harder it is to fix any problems that may be there. So guys, please, please, please go and get it done sooner rather than later. And ladies, if you're watching and you know the guy's got some problems in the bedroom, we're talking just like prostate problems here, not if he's got problems with technique and stuff, don't nag him because he'll hate that. But if he's got other problems, things that weren't there a couple of weeks or months ago, nag him. Tell him to go and get it checked. If he's getting up every night and he's climbing over you to get to the bathroom 2 or 3 times a night, nag at him, tell him he needs to go and see his GP. We need telling. Sometimes it's ignorance, sometimes we're burying our head in sand, sometimes we're just not aware of the symptoms, we're not aware what's going on. So talk to us, tell us, make sure that we know, and we get our arses, and the rest of us, but particularly our arses, make sure we get them down to the doctors, because that's like the important bit. Get our arse to the doctor. Very important. Get ourselves down there and get it checked, or at least talk about it. But that's it. Thank you for watching such an important video today. Please, if this has been a help to you, or help to your husband, help to your boyfriend, to your partner, to your brother, to your dad, to anybody, please like this video, hit this button here, subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on any future videos, and I will see you all again in that next video.